back. The hair would be on the front of my head here. Oh, is it going backwards?
1, 2, 3, listen.
It's not the big issue that you think it is.
No, just don't worry about it.
Okay, welcome guys, welcome to Bald Cafe. This, of course, is the channel dedicated to helping guys around the world go bald bravely and confidently. Now today, got a bit of a change of scenery here. As you can see, I'm up on this the rooftop, the 33rd floor of this apartment building. And yeah, I just wanted to get nice and close to the microphone, just talk into this one, let you enjoy a bit of the scenery. I've got a few drone shots as well. And just mix it up. So welcome to the video. In today's video, we're going to talk about when you're shaving your head, what are the different costs involved, and how can you get the most for your money. So I really hope you enjoy this video. If you're interested in getting help with your balding to be confident, things like that, don't forget, I'd really love it if you could subscribe to the channel. I'm doing videos all the time. We've got the podcast. For those that, you know, guys will know, we've got the podcast, website, the ebook coming soon. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here joining me on the YouTube channel. Let's get into today's video. So there's lots of different options available to you if you want to start to shave your head. And we'll start with the easiest. We'll start with the least maintenance. But as you'll see, there's different costs involved. Let's get started. So the first thing you might want to do, of course, is buzz your head. That's to go for the classic buzz cut. Now your first option here is to go outside. Okay, you can go into the barber shop. But of course, if you are getting your head buzzed, you're going to want to keep it short. You're going to want to keep it neat and tidy. Okay, otherwise that balding look is going to come through a bit quicker than you desire. You're going to want to get your head buzzed every sort of week or so. Now if you think about it, in the UK, a buzz cut is going to cost you about, what, 10 quid, 10 pounds? In the US, that might be about $15, something like that. Here in China, it is going to cost you about 25 RMB. We're talking £2.50, something like that. And so, okay, in China, it's cheap, right? But in the rest of the world, that cost is going to ramp up pretty quickly. And so unless you have a lot of money and you want to indulge, maybe some guys like the experience of going to the barber shop. Maybe they enjoy it, they get a nice beer, coffee when they go there, and that's fine, you know. But for us, regular guys, maybe the trip to the barber shop every week, or even more than that, every sort of 3 or 4 days, if you want to keep it nice and tight, you know, the cost is going to wrap up pretty damn quickly. And so there is another option, and that is, of course, to get your own set of clippers. Now, the best place to buy anything really affordable is, of course, Amazon. And you can see here we are on Amazon. We're looking at clippers here, and the average price seems to be, for a half decent set, you know, we're talking $50. I know this brand here, Wall, okay, I've had some of their products in the past, they're pretty good. I know Philips clippers are also pretty good. And there's lots of different options here, lots of different price ranges. You've also got wireless, you've got the wired ones. I would tend to go for a wired set. I've had wireless in the past. Sometimes the charger breaks, not ideal. I'd stay away from some of the really cheap ones, okay? Spend a bit more. You're going to be using them a lot. You could be using them for the rest of your life. So, you know, splash out on a decent pair. I'd say $50 or so. Something like here, the Wall Professional Super Taper 2 clippers. And of course, all this stuff here with these extra bits and bobs, you know, we don't need those. So don't be splashing out on anything too extravagant. You're going to be wanting to use the Zero Guard more than likely. So a standard pair of clippers, $50, something like that. And for all our UK viewers, you're looking in the UK here, you know, about the same sort of price. You know, we got £35 here, £30. Babyliss, yeah, I've heard good things about the Babyliss clippers before. There we go, look, this Wall Chrome Pro, pretty similar to what we saw there, $35.99. So overall, not bad. I mean, tenner a week, you know, in a month's time, you're gonna be spending more than that already. So my advice would be to get the clippers out, go get yourself a pair of clippers and just do it yourself. You know, just do it yourself, enjoy it, make an event of it. That's what I used to do. And after you've done it a few times, you can do it pretty quickly. There is, of course, another option available for the head shavers, and that I made a review video about this one, and that is the Philips One Plus. And I was super impressed with this. This razor is designed so that you don't have to spend so much money replacing your razor cartridges, and it's really designed for face shaving, but I used it on my head and it worked fantastically. And I've seen other videos of guys using it on their heads as well for, you know, for a head shave, and it really gives you a nice close shave, closer than a zero guard on your typical pair of clippers. So if you want that extra close shave, then of course the Philips One Blade is a good option. Now I can't say how long the Philips One Blade is going to last, you know, how often you're going to have to replace the heads and how long it's going to stay sharp, because it seems a little bit flimsy, if I'm honest, a little bit, you know, not super strong, not the strength of a nice professional set of hair clippers, which is of course designed for your hair. But if you want that extra touch, that extra finish, and you don't want to wet shave, then the Philips One Blade is a good option for that. Those start at, here look, $34.95, and in the UK that's going to cost you, yeah, £34. And so that would be option number 2, to give you that extra close shave. Now if you want the closest of head shaves, and I've done loads of videos about this, then you're going to want to wet shave, and that means getting a good razor. Now I personally like the Gillette Fusion Proglide. I've used quite a lot of razors, and unfortunately, of course, the Bold Cafe razor not available just yet, coming soon. But the Gillette the Gillette 5. The Gillette Fusion 5 Proglide. Okay, I don't know where they get these names from, but it's a 5-blade razor, and you just buy the stick, you know, usually with 1 or 2 razor heads, and then after a certain amount of time, you can change the head. Now, for me, those heads last about 4 days, or I should say 4 shaves or 5 shaves max, really, because the hair that I have left on my head is still quite thick. Of course, the hair on your head is more than the hair on your face, so you're going to need to replace the heads more often than you would if you were just using it to shave your face. That is something to bear in mind. And a lot of people get annoyed with the cost of these things, so they opt for a cheaper option, but I'll go into that in a minute. This Gillette razor honestly is the best one of this type that I've found after using quite a few razors. The first shave especially is really clean, really smooth, effortless, and the blades tend to last a bit longer. Cost wise, we're looking here, when you buy the handle with 1 head, it's going to cost you $13, highly rated there in the Amazon store. And if you want to buy some replacement cartridges there, look, you've got 8 here for, well, $27, which I know it's pricey, right? It is pricey, but my advice always, don't skimp out on the razor, because you're just going to get much better head shave. You're going to enjoy it more. It's not going to be that horrible experience. And of course, we want this to be a good experience, because you are using this to get over your balding. And for our UK brothers out there, you've got here a nice little multi-pack. Look, one stick with 10 razor heads is going to cost you £25. And so 10 razor heads, if we're doing 4 shaves per head, that's 40 shaves. That's going to last me, I'd say that probably going to last you about 3 months, right? On a good month, that's probably going to last you about 3 months, which is pretty good, right? £10 a month ish. Okay, that's not too expensive. Now, like I said, there is a cheaper option available, and this is those disposable razors. Now, I've talked about these before on the channel, those horrible disposable razors, the sort of double-bladed, you know, designed for 1 or 2 shaves of the face. But using these on your head, for me personally, I just can't do it, especially at the back of your head, where the hair is likely quite thick for all of us, really, especially, you know, the back and the sides where you still have a lot of hair. I've really tried to use these before, but you just get a horrible shave. It doesn't really do anything. You have to keep going over it. It takes for ages, and that's when I really start to get the irritation. Every time I've used this type of razor, I've been left with the lumps and bumps. I just really don't advise the disposable razor. But if you do really want to skimp out, which I advise against here, you've got 3 made 10 packs here, so 30 razors for $25. So in a sense, it's not actually that cheaper because you're only going to get one, at most, 2 shaves out of this. You're going to hate it while you do it, and it's still going to cost you $25 for those 30 shaves. So I would advise against that. And in the UK, pack of disposable razors, my dad used to use these ones, the Gillette Blue 2 Plus, 12 quid there, £12 for a pack of 20 razors. Now there is actually a third option. I haven't used this one before, but I have seen people using these to shave their head, and that is of course the safety razor, where you get that metal handle and you just replace the razor blade. Now again, I can't say this because I'm no expert, I haven't actually used this, but I think they are also just one-time things, right? You use the razor blade once, throw it away. Now these razor handles, super expensive, a lot of them. I've got one in the video, I'll put it on screen, and this is so cheap. And in fact, if I wanted to make this razor, I could make this razor dirt cheap, and I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of these companies are doing. You see this one here, look, Vikings blade, okay, in the US Amazon store. This is a safety razor with Swedish platinum super blades, okay. This razor almost $40. Okay, this razor handle, sorry, $40, and no joke, that probably costs less than $3 to make for a lot of these ones. And look here down, this one, Q Shave, it looks better than the one up here, and this one is only $20. Now safety razors, I don't know if you've got experience with these, then let me know if they're any good or not. I personally have never used them, so I can't say if they're any good or not. But I'm just letting you know that is another option for you. I do know guys that do use a safety razor to shave their head. And in the UK Amazon store here, look, we've got $17.95 for the top safety razor there. Now, in order to do all of this shaving of our head, we're going to need some shaving cream, right? Some shaving cream, shaving foam. And of course, there are loads of different options here. You even got things like shaving butters, shaving oils, of course the classic gel, foam, cream, okay, loads of different options. I've used in the past gel and foam from a can, and I've found that the gel is superior to the foam. It just lasts longer on your head while you're shaving the head. You don't have to keep reapplying so much. The foam kind of falls off, it's kind of strange, and some of the brands of foam is more air than foam, if that makes sense. And so I kind of advise against the foam. For me personally, I don't like it anyway. And the gels, of course, not bad. You're looking typically for an average can of sort of shaving gel here. Look, on the Amazon store, you've got $14 for that one. In the UK store, we've got a can here of Nivea Men's Sensitive Shave Foam. I do recommend getting the sensitive type because our scalps, you know, the skin on the scalp of your head is generally quite sensitive. Here, look, we've got £16 there for a pack of 6, so that's pretty good. Pack of 6, although they are only 200 milliliter cans there, so actually that's not going to last. Here, look, that's 100 milliliters. 100 milliliters isn't really much, okay? Okay, this one's better. We got 200 milliliters, £3.46. I've used this Gillette shave, that's foam in the past. Go for the gel, 2-in-1 here. There you go, look. Oh, that's £10, 170 milliliters. Again, pretty expensive on the whole shaving gel out of the can. Now, I've typically used the can, but I also recently switched over to shaving cream, okay, and I've actually switched over to this specific one. Now, this is available in the Body Shop, online at the Body Shop in the UK. Unfortunately, they don't sell this one on the US store. However, I think it is available on Amazon. I had the link in the video that I made on this shaving cream. I called it the best shaving cream because it is honestly the best shaving cream I've used. The woman in the shop, when I bought this, she told me, oh, this lasts for ages, and she's totally right. It lasts for ages. It's a big tub. I can see this lasting about 6 months, and I get no irritation. It's nice and cool. It feels really comfortable when I shave my head. And the best part about this shaving cream, okay, it lathers up really nicely, but you are of course going to need one of these guys. You're going to need a shaving brush when you do it. Now, I just like using the shaving brush, okay, because I feel kind of professional. I feel good when I use it. It just makes a bit more of an event of shaving my head, and I just enjoy it. I don't know why, I enjoy it. But the best thing about using this shaving brush is that when you put a bit of shaving cream on your head and you use the brush, every time you go over your head and you want to apply more, you need to shave your head more, all you need to do is get the brush again that you haven't washed off yet and just reapply it. Reapply the shaving cream that's left on the brush. And honestly, once you use it one time, and I could honestly, the amount I use, which is like a sort of fingertips worth, I could probably get like, I could go over my head probably like 10-15 times with that little amount of shaving cream. So this one is honestly fantastic. If you're in the UK, I highly recommend you pick that up. And if you're in the US, okay, try your best. Maybe you can get it off Amazon. But you're of course going to need a shaving brush. The shaving cream there was £9. So it's, you know, £9 for 6 months of shaving, which is really good value for money. And the brush there is £8. That brush kind of pricey. I think I paid £5 for it when I was back in the UK. I got it in store for £5, but online here we've got £8 a piece. Again, this brush highly recommended. I think it's really good, so I highly recommend you get that. Don't just use your finger to rub on that cream. But if you're using shaving cream, shaving gel out of a can, then yeah, you don't really need a shaving brush for that one. So as you can see, there's loads of different options available to you for shaving your head, right? You've got at the top end going to the barbers, and of course you could even go to the barbers for that wet shave. Maybe you like to get your beard done as well. But the problem being, of course, if you want that clean, confident look, you're going to have to shave your head super regularly. So the pattern that I've fallen into is, you know, shaving every sort of 2 days with, at the moment, I'm using the Gillette Fusion 5 Proglide. And note on those, don't worry about getting the ones with the power buttons and the vibrations and things like that. Okay, it's not worth it. It doesn't really do anything, in my opinion. You don't need it, so don't spend the extra money for that. And of course, there are those online subscription services, right? You've got the Dollar Shave Club, and there's a few similar ones now. There's even companies that make specific razors for shaving your head, like Headblade. I know there's one called Headblade. What's the other one? Something like Quick Shave or something like that. I forget the name now. But they are razors that you hold in a special way over your hand, and you use it, you know, different to a stick razor. They're supposed to be quicker. Again, guys, in all honesty, I mean, I haven't personally used it, so until I use one, I can't say 100%, but I don't think you need to go into those things. I don't think you really need to worry about using things like that, because at the end of the day, the blades on the actual razor are going to last the same amount of time. They're less readily available, and you know, you have to buy specifically from them. Using a stick razor isn't exactly difficult, okay? You'll be fine. Of course, so there you go. There's loads of different options available to you when shaving your head. You don't need to stick to going to the barber shop, okay? You can do it yourself. I've introduced them to you there. The relevant costs. So if you're on the fence about shaving your head, there, maybe this has helped your decision, you know, how to move forward. How shall I move forward? What should I use? Should I use the clippers? Should I use the Philips One Blade? Maybe from this video you can have a better idea of what you want to do. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, okay, for my regular viewers, if you like this different style of video where I'm out in the open or through some different shots in there, then please let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to vary things up a bit. Hoping the audio as well is going to be a bit different in this one. I'm up on the highest building, so it's a little bit quieter. Again, thank you so much for all the support. Things are going fantastic with Bold Cafe. We got the razor coming out soon, like I keep mentioning, because I'm super excited about that. I can't thank you enough. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Left